Hi, welcome to this week's Fundraising Friday. This week we talk about dealing with difficult people. We all have them in our lives. It might be a board member, a boss, a colleague, a donor, but there's some people who we just can't seem to get along with. So what are some of the things you can do if you have to deal with someone who you find difficult? First, listen. I mean, really listen. Don't listen to try and argue back with them, but really listen to what they have to say. How can you listen? Remove all distractions so that you're really focusing on them, both verbally and non-verbally. Look at them, not your phone, for example. Second of all, while you're listening to them, ask them questions. Not questions that put them on the defensive, but questions that try to get you to understand their position more fully. Things like, I hear you say such and such, or why can you explain to me a little bit more about why you're feeling that way or why you have that perception? If you do them in an understanding manner, it'll help move the conversation along rather than stall it or have either of you get defensive. Third thing you want to do is perception check. This is particularly important if the person is difficult because they like to play gotcha. That is, they assume that you know or you believe something is due a particular time or you're going to do X, Y, Z and you don't. Perception checks are very helpful at the end of a conversation when you can say, okay, so what I'm hearing you say is you would like me to get you a list of the top 50 donors with their lifetime giving by Friday at 5. That way, if the person says yes, you know you're both on the same page. If the person says no, I think I'd like XYZ, then you had a misunderstanding and you could prevent a potential conflict. Finally, if this is a person who you can end the relationship with, there are some people who are so difficult and so toxic that minimizing your contact with them might be your best line of defense. If it's a boss, that might be a little challenging. Same with a board member. But maybe it's a case where you make sure there's always someone else with you, or you minimize the amount of time you spend with them. Life's too short to spend it with toxic people. So do your best to try and repair the relationship on your end. But remember, you can only change one person, and that's the person who stares back at you in the mirror. Good luck. That's this week's Fundraising Friday. Thanks, and have a great weekend.